Okay, welcome to a tutorial on how to program the PSS 480 synthesizer. So the first thing I'm going to show you now is how to program a saw base. And the first thing we're going to need to do is take the modulator and carrier down to 0. We don't have any need for those at this time. Like so. Just to let you know, the carrier is our primary sound source. And any updates that I just made there, you won't be able to hear it straight away until I send the information back to the keyboard. Although there's not much change there, of course. So there's the modulator, there's the carrier. So we don't need any of that quite yet. This is key scaling and rate of key scaling as well, so we'll mess with that later. So I'm just going to bring that down to 85, send that again, and then I'm going to whack that up to about a 76 position on total level of the modulator. This is our cutoff equivalent if you're used to analog synths or virtual analog or whatever, or just that subtractive synths is the word I'm looking for, sorry. So that modulator reminds me of a cutoff, and the feedback reminds me of a resonance filter, kind of, but it isn't really, you know what I mean. But, you know, hopefully if you want to learn FM synthesis, this is probably one of the easiest ways to do it. So I've just whacked up the modulation, which is our color, and I'm going to send that to the keyboard. So already we've got a change in timbre, or timbre, or whatever it's called. You know, I'm not going to get flashy with those terms. Change in sound, there we go, nice and layman. Feedback level on 7 in order to create a saw sound. You can even hear a little tiny bit of fatness coming through. It's one of those resi kind of sound. It's actually quite good. So that's our basic. Let me save that as our saw sound. Okay, I'm just going to knock that down to about 73. Send that. Keep forgetting to do that. So I didn't get quite as bright as that. Decay 2 release, I think that's called. I'm going to get up to 28. This is going to create our, hopefully going to create our sort of dow kind of effect. Yeah, there she is. See, already, look what's happening. Wow, that's pretty rocking. Anyway, there we go. Already we've got some nice color there. So I'm just going to adjust the Decay 2 release to 18. Now what I usually do is to make sure, it's probably a crude way of doing it, but to make sure that the sine wave carrier is not too dominant in the sound over our modulator, which is our color, I always yank that down for at least a 10% under. So it's instead of matching at 28, 28, I'm going to bring it another 10 underneath the 28 there, so it's not too much. So the sine wave doesn't have too much dominance. Let's try that. So that's quite nice. And that's a basic saw bass, and that took a few seconds. Obviously, with things like key scale, you can experiment with that. I don't, you know, it's similar to, you know, putting the filter down the bottom end of the keyboard or the up. I think that's what that is. And you can muck around with that, you know, you can either bring that down, you could probably bring that down a bit, you know. Wrong way, actually. Let's put that back. That's your cutoff in a way. The modulator is almost like a cutoff. You can go higher if you want. And bring that down a bit more. You know, you're almost mucking around with a cutoff and a resonance. So there's a basic tutorial on how to program. Don't forget to send the information, so adjust and then send it back to your keyboard. By the way, when you're sending information to the editor, make sure that you press the following keys. Transmit, channel memory, bulk dump, that key there. Okay, so you press it once and it will begin to flash. And then you press the plus sign, not the minus, but the plus sign, and it will send that information to here. And I'm going to show you how you're not going to be able to see me, so I'll just show you. So press the transmitter, you'll see a flashing, it'll start to flash on your keyboard, and press receive SSX, so it's waiting for your data, and then you press the plus value sign, and there it is. It comes up a tree. Just give it a second. Now, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, those are your banks. So those are your individual sounds. You notice they're changing? And that's where you can save each individual one using save SX, as you saw me do earlier. And that's what you can do. And don't forget that any alterations, you need to send it from here back to your keyboard, and then it will save instantly in your keyboard. And you can build up a whole library of basic FM sounds. And just to show you what I've been up to on the FM front, dark bass. Let me send. Oh, what's going on there? I've got to send that, haven't I? So that's bank 2. What else have we got? We got house bass. This one's good. That's for bank 4. I keep hitting the wrong button. Did I send? That's the one I want. Let me transpose that down. There's that one, and there's another one as well. Several actually. Res bass. That's quite good, the res bass. Bells. This is a classic. That's why I call it a DX bell. Listen to this. Nice, very usable. What else have we got? I had to go at a pad and some strings. Let me have a look at the pad. This one's pretty good. Still in the making. That's bank 5. I know it's hard to imagine, but if you put hang on a second, let me turn that down. I'm getting some interference. It's actually quite warm. Now imagine putting chorus on that from your DAW. It'll sound even better. That's a lovely classic 80s sound. There you go. Then you got a kind of string. There's another one actually I programmed the other day. Let me send that. Keep in the wrong one, don't I? That's nice. Put some chorus on that and reverb, you're well away. You see me experimenting with the different sine waves. So thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoy the next part of the video. Thank you.